Hello guys, welcome to Science Free. Our topic today is multiplication of fractions. And this is our third video on fraction. Be sure to check out our previous ones, if you are a beginner. When calculating fractions that involves multiplication, first be sure to check if the fractions can be divided, and also check if it can be divided across. So for this first one we noticed that the denominator 6 can be divided into the numerator 2. Next we do 2 divided into itself and that equals 1. And 6 divided into 2 and that equals to 3. We now do cross multiplication. So 1 times 1 equals 1, and for the denominators, we do 3 times 3 and that equals 9. So we got an answer of 1 over 9. For this second example fraction, we again focus on both the numerator and the denominator, if any of them can be divided into each other. So 5 cannot divide into 3 without leaving remainder. And 8 cannot divide into 3 across. But the 8 can be divided into the numerator 4. 4 divided into itself goes 1 time. 8 divided into 4 goes 2 times. We now cross multiply. 1 times 3 gives 3. 2 times 5 gives 10. We are at the third fraction now. Neither 2, which is the numerator, nor 3, which is the denominator, cannot be divided into each other without leaving a remainder. But it can cross divide into the denominator 6. So 2 into itself goes 1 time, and 2 into 6 goes 3 times. 4 times 1 give 4. And 3 times 3 gives 9. For the fourth fraction we notice that 8 can only divide into 2 without getting any decimal points. 2 divided into itself gives 1, and 8 divided into 2 gives 4. So 1 times 1 gives 1, and 4 times 5 gives 20, so we got a fraction of 1 over 20. In this fifth example fraction, if you notice we could use two approaches to solve this fraction. We can divide from both the left and right hand sides. 3 divided into itself 1 time. 6 divided into 3 goes 2 times. The numerator can still be divided into the denominator. So 2 divided into 2 equals 1. And we left with 7 and 1 for the denominator. So we multiply 1 times 1, that equals to 1. We do 7 times 1 and that equals to 7, so we get for our answer 1 over 7. Let's approach this in the second way. So in this example we divide 2 into itself, we got 1. We divide 6 into 2, we got 3. And both 3's can now go into each other 1 time, and that cancels them to give 1. We then end up with the same answer. And we are now at the sixth fraction. We can divide 6 into 2 on the right hand side of the fraction, and we also on the left hand side can divide 4 into 2. 2 into itself goes 1 time, 2 into 6 goes 3 times. 1 times 1 gives 1. 3 times 4 gives 12, so our answer is 1 over 12. Doing another example, we divide 2 into itself, which gives 1. We cross-divided 2 into 4, which then gave us 2. Multiplying 1 by 1 we got 1. Multiplying 2 by 6 we got 12. And in this example we obtained the same answer, as in the previous one. Let's work out the seventh fraction, guys. If you notice, to solve this fraction you can approach it in many ways. 2 divided into itself gives 1. 6 divided into 2 gives 3. This 3 for the numerator can be divided into the 3 for the denominator, to cancel out and get 1. Our answer is 1 over 4. Taking another approach, we divide 3 into itself, then 3 divided into 6 across, and we got 2. We can choose to divide the numerator into the denominator here, or we could cross-divide, to still end up with the same answer. We do 4 divided into 2 and we got 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4 and 1 times 1 equals 1. We still ended up with an answer of 1 over 4. Now for the last fraction, none of the numerators nor denominators can be divided into each other, so we just simply multiply numerators by numerators, and also both denominators together.